So believe it or not, I have seen other series other than One Piece. I know, it is crazy. But if you dig a little bit deeper into my channel, you would see there's some reviews for Chainsaw Man, for JoJo, and for Berserk. So, I thought I'd go and do something a little bit different today, and I want to talk about a whole bunch of different series. But if I don't have something to go by, I'm going to be rambling for 40 minutes. So, I thought it'd be a bit neat to go and do a tier list of all the manga that is available to me on this website. So, this is the tier list that is on this website. And I have a whole bunch of different manga that I can go and choose from. I'm going to be putting them into tiers. If I cause any tears from what I choose, I am not sorry. Because I haven't seen every single one of these series. And if there is a series on this list that you're like, Luke, what the f*** are you doing? You should check this out right now. If there is a series on this list that I haven't seen and you would actually want me to go and do videos on more regularly, let me know in the comments section. I'm more than happy to go and check that out. This whole channel is called Hype Hunter. I am hunting for all of the hype in every single series, whether it be JoJo, whether it be Berserk, whether it be One Piece. Any sort of one of these series, I want to check them out. So let me know in the comments section. And if you guys enjoyed this content, be sure to go and like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date for all the random sorts of videos like this one where I'm doing a random tier list. Because honestly, I'm waiting for the One Piece chapter to come out and I'm too scared to look online for anything One Piece related. So I want to go and do something and I think this would be pretty fun. So, getting into the tier list. All right. So, first things first, I see 20th Century Boys. Instant S-tier. There is nothing you can say to me that will make me think otherwise. 20th Century Boys is the shit. I absolutely love 20th Century Boys. If there is any series that I want you to go and read right now, just drop everything you're doing. Don't wait for the new One Piece chapter. Don't wait for the final saga. What a better way to spend your 1 month break away from One Piece when the final saga hits than to start a new series. Start 20th Century Boys. 20th Century Boys is one of my favorite series. I absolutely love this. I honestly am devastated. I don't have every single one of these volumes on the shelf. I know that they've just recently released a brand new version of the manga in these really nice oversized covers, and I would love to have that. Honestly, I don't have any YouTube money. Once that might come in, maybe that might be a thing in the future. Who knows? But I have this one volume. It is the one piece of 20th Century Boys items that I have. I wish I had more. It is such a fantastic series. If you don't know anything about it, go into it blind. But it's about a coming-of-age story where you have young kids that go and make a time capsule, and the events of what happened in that time capsule come up in the future. It's a tale through time. They grow up. Shit hits the fan. It's such a great story. If you know about his other works, if you know about Naoki Urasawa's works, whether it be with Monster, for instance, Monster's a big one, you gotta check this out. What are you doing? You gotta check this out. Love 20th Century Boys. So yeah, 20th Century Boys is an easy S tier. No doubt about it. Another one right here, Akira. S tier. Absolutely love Akira. Akira is such an influential series for me. It was the anime movie that made me change, it changed my perspective of animation, of anime, what the potential could be for it. And also just going into it knowing that when this came out, this was the series that changed a lot of people's minds away from anime is just kid stuff. And the animation, the style, the fluidity, everything I absolutely love. It is so crazy that something like this came out at the time and it still holds up today. I wish that I had the 4K version of the film. I currently have the Blu-ray version of the film on the shelf there, but this one sticks into my heart so much, and I absolutely had to get all of the manga as well. The anime film only takes about, I'd say, a quarter or half of the entire story of Akira. There is so much more that happens, and it is so cool. It's so crazy, and I'm so excited that they have announced that they're doing an anime adaptation of the entire series. It's going to be hard not to compare it to the movie because it is so iconic, but they can pull it off. I have some high hopes for it, and the story itself is incredible. So Akira is an easy S tier for me. I keep stuffing up the layouts for this, but there we go. It's an easy S tier for me, no doubt about it. Okay, so we have Attack on Titan. Now, this is not an easy answer, but it is a really good series. I had a really good time. And also, I'm one of the few people I think that actually really enjoyed the ending. Like, it is so difficult to really wrap up something that big and to type everything. It's so hard. I know series can do it, and I know series have done it, and that's perfectly fine. But, and I mean, this could be just me. Like, I'm a very optimistic kind of person. Like, I'm not going to be overly critical about these things or be a big Debbie Downer if something happens that I don't like. I'll kind of look for the optimism in it. I'll look for the understanding for it. I'll see through that stuff. So when it came to the Attack on Titan ending, I was pretty fine with it. I think it was okay. I really enjoyed it. I think it was alright. I wouldn't say it's the best ending, but I was fine. But still, what does it rank? I'll say it's an A. I'll say it's an A. It's not there at S. It's not there at S. If they had like the most gobsmacked perfect ending, potentially, because that was one of my favorite reads every single month was Attack on Titan. It was so thrilling. It was so awesome. I was there, I think it was like episode 3 or 4 was the current episode when it first came out. And I've been watching it ever since. I've been reading it ever since. That sort of thing. So I've been sticking with it all the way through. So it's pretty crazy that it ended. But it's an A tier for me. That I'd say it'd be an A tier. Bakuman, that one I started watching for a period of time and I really liked it. I just dropped off it for whatever reason. You know, things came up. I don't know. I'd like to get back into it because it was a very fascinating time. Having a story based on the creation of mangas is very interesting. All right, so you ready for this next one? Okay, here we go. Easy. Do I need to say anything? Berserk means so much to me. I absolutely love Berserk so much. I am in absolute awe of every single piece of art that is in this series. I love it so much. When I get a tattoo, I want to have one of the panels of Miura's art on me. I absolutely love the work that Miura did. And of course, with his passing, it was absolutely devastating. Like, to think that this man that produced this incredible work passed away. And it was a joke for a whole period of time, much like with Hunter x Hunter, where it's like, you know, the story, it's been going on for so long, he has a lot of hiatuses, he's gonna die before the story ends. And so we didn't want it to come true. So when it happened, I couldn't believe it. And when they announced that it was ending, I fully understood that. I came to grips with it. I was like, you know what? I totally understand it. That's okay. We want to respect his work. It's devastating that they won't be able to finish it, but I totally understand where they're going with it. But they just recently announced that they're actually going to be continuing on with it, with Miura's best friend for all of these years, as well as some assistants are going to help him out finish the story. So I'm really, really interested to see what they do with the story. Are they going to try to match his art? Or are they going to do something completely different to acknowledge that this is his art, we're going to keep it the way it is, and we're going to do something completely different? I'm so fascinated to go and see what they're going to do. But I'm excited that they're continuing it on and that we're going to be able to go and see Miura's full vision of Berserk. And also, how long is it going to take from this to the ending? Are they going to sort of pace through it? Are they going to try to pace it exactly the way that Miura had in mind? Do you have that in mind in general? How long it's going to take? Like how many chapters? I'm really curious to see all of this with Berserk. But I absolutely love the series with all of my heart. I think it's fantastic. It's a no-brainer. If you haven't seen or read Berserk, you need to. It is amazing. Whether it be the 90s anime, whether it be the manga itself. Find a way to go and check it out. It's absolutely incredible. But yeah, easy S tier for me with Berserk. Now, as you can probably tell, I've done a lot of S tiers because I generally just like to gravitate to the ones that I really, really like. Like I said, I'm a very optimistic person. I'm a very positive person. So I like talking about the good in all these things. But there are some series which, if I get down to it and I find one, I'll let you know that I didn't like. But at the moment, I love gravitating and chatting about the things that I enjoy. Going on to the next one, we have Bleach. So Bleach, super excited that we're getting the final arc. Finally. I absolutely love this series. This is awesome. When it comes to Bleach, I want to say A, but I'm leaning more towards B. Oh, B for Bleach? Oh, man. I think doing this video was a bad idea. Because if there's a series on here that's like your all-time favorite and I put it down to like a B or a C, I'm going to get castrated. Okay, anyway. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, I'll put it at B. All right, I'll put it at B. Subject to change, but I'll put this at B. But I love Bleach. Bleach is awesome. I'm so excited for the anime to come back. It's about damn time that they finally brought this back. But I'm super keen for it to come back. Another anime to go and watch every week, so I'm super excited about that. Okay, what else we got down? There's a lot of series down here that I haven't seen, which I actually should put on this list. So that, okay, so I'm going to put a bunch of series down here on this list that I haven't seen, so that way we can get through it all. So, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Assassin's in Classroom. Okay, so My Hero Academia. So, I read this for a period of time. I watched it for a period of time. And what I've read, I've really enjoyed. I think it's a neat series. I don't follow along with it anymore, but I do like looking at clips and seeing what's going on, so I am still invested in the series, but it's not enough for me to do a weekly read. Maybe when the series is starting to wrap up and it's finished, I might give it a go through. If it finishes and someone's like, look, it is such a great series, it really ended really well, you should check it out as a whole, it's awesome. Maybe I'll have a look at it. But I don't have really anything negative to say about My Hero Academia, so I'll put My Hero Academia at a B, okay? I'll put it at a B. I haven't seen Claymore. I have heard Claymore is quite good if you have seen Berserk. It has that sort of same vibes. And I know the manga goes a bit of a different direction. It's like an anime-only ending or something like that. But I've heard Claymore is quite good, but I haven't seen it. I think that's Dead Man's Wonderland. I have seen Dead Man's Wonderland, the anime, and it was a bit whatever. So I might actually put that down as a D. Okay? That's my first D. D for Dead Man's Wonderland. But it was a bit whatever. I don't know. When I first started watching anime, I went onto lists online to look at top best anime of all time. And Death Note was on top of a lot of people's lists. So I had Death Note be my number one watch when it came to anime. And so in that way, it means a lot to me. It has a big impact on me. It's iconic. We love Death Note. But in the grand scheme of things, I think I would put Death Note at an A. Okay? I'll put it at an A. Because again, the second half of the story wasn't as strong in the first half. Yeah, I'd put it at an A. Alright? We love Death Note. Death Note is iconic, but we'll put it at an A. Is Dr. Stone any good? I see Dr. Stone around a lot, but it's just not really, I don't know. I don't really find any interest in it, but if it's any good, let me know. I haven't watched Dragon Ball. I haven't had any inkling to watch it at all. And the only probably full episode I've ever seen of Dragon Ball is when they had the crossover with One Piece and Toriko. It is what it is, okay? I just haven't seen it. I haven't had a need to go and see it. I just didn't really want to. It didn't really gravitate towards me. When I was a kid, I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! That's what I was doing. I wasn't watching Dragon Ball. So I am fully aware that this list is going to be a pretty pathetic list. But because, well, I haven't seen as much as everybody, okay? I mean, I like my series, and I stick to the series that I like. If there's a series that pops up that I know is really good, it piques my interest, I'll check it out, okay? These people would see every single one. More power to you, but I haven't. So this is going to give you a good idea of what I've seen, what I like. And if there's anything here you see that I should see, again, let me know. Fairy Tail was that series early on. That's like, you should check it out. It's fun. It's cool. And my brothers recommended it to me. And you know what? I had a good time with it. I thought it was neat. But at a point, I just dropped off. I just wasn't really invested all too much in the series. And then I was just watching all King of Lightning's videos about how much Fairy Tail is shit and all the stuff that would happen. After this is done, I'm probably going to look up those videos because I loved watching those videos of him ranting and raving about everything that was happening in Fairy Tail. It was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But with that being said, Fairy Tail, yeah, we'll put a D. We'll put Fairy Tail at a D. It's just not my thing. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, I am going to put this pretty high because Full Metal Alchemist is iconic. I love Full Metal Alchemist. Again, it was one of those series when I first started. I was looking up what's the best series around, and that one was on a lot of people's top 10s, a lot of people's top 5s. And like the animation, the story, the ending, amazing, incredible, love it. So I'm going to put this pretty high. So I am able now to switch around positions of what's higher than the other. I do think that this is an S tier. I really do think, but I'm going to have to start shuffling people. So Berserk, top of the top. I don't think you can top Berserk in my eyes. That is incredible. 20th Century Boys. Yep, that is pretty right. Akira, I'd say yes. Full Metal Alchemist, we'll put it right there. Do a bit of a shuffle. We'll put... do I swap? We'll do Attack on Titan for now, for that one. And yeah, Bleach in front of My Hero Academia. And we'll put Fairy Tail in front of Dead Man Wonderland. That sounds pretty good. Okay, Gantz is a very, very interesting one. So, you know, it was one of those ones that's like, oh, really shocking and really intense and gory. And at that period of time in my life, being an angsty teenager, I was really into like watching Saw and all the sort of shock horror sort of things. So when it came to anime, Gantz was one that was like, oh, really shocking and really gross and disturbing and crazy. And it was interesting to go and see. And so Gantz in that way really imprinted on me. It really had an impact on me. So you have that. But then you also have the manga, which I didn't read all the way through. I saw bits and pieces of the ending where they were really talking about like the gods and stuff like that. And that was really fascinating and really weird and really messed up. So I can't really say how the series is as a whole, but I have seen parts of it, so I have an opinion. So I'll put Gantz as a C. Okay, I'll put it as a C because I did like more than Fairy Tail and Dead Man's Wonderland, but not any more of the rest of them because I haven't seen nearly as much of it. But I have seen enough of Gantz to have an opinion. Oh man, Gintama. Now, Gintama, I've only seen a couple of episodes and it has been good. But the thing is, I haven't seen any more. That is a series that I really, really want to see. The amount of videos I've watched of King Recon freaking out, having a great time, hyping up over Gintama episodes, over Gintama seasons, over movies, that I've wanted to go and watch this series. But it just hasn't, I haven't gone around to it. You know, I just haven't gone around to go and seeing it, but I really, really want to. So for this point in time, I'm sorry if I go back to making this video maybe next year or sometime in the future. Hopefully it's on the list, but for now, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Haikyuu is another one too. I have seen a couple of seasons of Haikyuu, and I have really enjoyed it. And I have heard that it is quite good in the later seasons as well as the manga at the moment. So I will say that I will put Haikyuu behind My Hero Academia. Okay, I will put it behind them. Hajime no Ippo. Now, I have only seen one season of this show, and it has been great. I've had a great time with it. Again, another series that I see King Recon raving about, hyping up about, that I had to go out and go and see it. So I will put this on this list, okay? I have to have an opinion. And again, forgive me if I put something on this list that seems absolutely ridiculous, but at this point in time, this is my opinion. So I'm going to have this be behind Haikyuu. Okay? I've seen more of Haikyuu, but as of right now, he's going to be sitting right here behind these guys in the B tier. Okay, so Hellsing. Hellsing is another great one. Hellsing is another one of those shows that when I was looking up all these different series, Hellsing was one that's like, oh, it is super brutal, it is super dark. So I was really interested in that type of series, and it was awesome. I absolutely loved Hellsing. I thought it was really cool. I was that person that didn't realize that Alucard backwards was Dracula until the last episode. I'll never forget I'll never forget where I was when I found this piece of info out. I was at university. I was waiting in line to get a free sausage sandwich. If you don't know what a sausage sanger is, it's just a sausage and a piece of bread with some barbecue sauce. It's an Aussie classic. Anyway, waiting in line, waiting for my sausage sanger. And there are people in front of me who were chatting about Hellsing and saying, oh yeah, I watched Hellsing, and oh yeah, it's really cool. And then mentioned, oh yeah, so, Alucard's name backwards is Dracula. I hadn't seen the last episode of the season, and I got given this piece of info, and I felt so dumb. It's the most obvious thing, but I just don't think of those things, okay? That's probably why my theories suck, One Piece, because I don't see all these obvious details. I mess it up half the time, but I absolutely love Hellsing. I thought it was a really awesome series. So I will put him up into A tier, and I think I will... I'll leave it right there for now. I'll leave it behind Death Note. All right? Because the peak of Death Note, I feel, outshadows Hellsing. Oh my god. Hunter. It's in my name. It's one of the big reasons why my name is Hype Hunter. If you know my old channel, my old logo was the Hunter Association with just Hype Hunter on it. I should have been doing a Hunter Hunter channel, like Grand Line review. That's probably where I was going to go. But Hunter x Hunter, amazing series. I'm so excited that it is back. This man finally is come back after all this time to bring back the greatness. I'm so excited for Hunter x Hunter to get back into the Dark Continent. So that is an S tier for me. Love the series. So great. But whereabouts in this lineup is it going to be? Ooh, it's hard because the series has not finished yet. But I just feel so strongly about this series. So I think it's above Fullmetal Alchemist. But is it above Akira? I'll put it above Akira, okay? But that's it. Like 20th Century Boys. Oh, amazing. Love that series. And Berserk is going to sit there. I think Berserk, this is the permanent spot for Berserk in my eyes. Oh my god. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I mean, look, it's on my shelf. Like, we have all the JoJo's right here in its glory. I wish I had the rest of them. But again, no YouTube money. I could sit here and just ramble for the next 40 minutes about how good JoJo's is. I'm so excited for the rest of Season 6. I'm so excited to see when it gets adapted. Steel Ball Run. Steel Ball Run, it always ties back to King Recon. King Recon I watched so much back in the day. And his love for JoJo honestly made me start the series. That is really it. King Recon made me start JoJo, so I thank him for that. But Steel Ball Run, oh man, if there's something that could really put it up there close to Berserk, close to 20th Century Boys, it's Steel Ball Run. That is a series on its own. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, JoJo, I won't be rambling here for 40 minutes, even though if you'd like that, let me know. I'm going to put JoJo fairly high. Okay? JoJo is in S tier for me. I love this series so much with a passion. Better than Fullmetal Alchemist. Better than Akira. Not better than Hunter x Hunter, I'm afraid. Hunter x Hunter, the writing. Oh my god. That is incredible. The moments. Holy shit. So, we'll put it there. Alright? We'll put it there. Jujutsu Kaisen. That is a series that I think is next on my list of series to read and watch. If you want me to do that, please let me know. As well as, would you even be interested if I did videos talking about the series? Maybe talking about my read-through if I talk about a bunch of volumes in one bulk. Would you be interested in that? because I've heard really great things. I know it's a really popular series at the moment, and honestly, it looks like something I might be interested in. So let me know. But at the moment, I have not seen any episodes, any piece of content with Jujutsu Kaisen, so it's going to go on to the don't know list. So I think this one here is Tokyo Ghoul. It looks a bit like the art of the series. I apologize if it isn't, but I have read all of Tokyo Ghoul, and I've read only a smidge of Tokyo Ghoul RE. So I'm going to put Tokyo Ghoul in the B tier, and I'll put it over Hajime no Ippo, over Haikyuu, and I'll leave it right there. I know a lot of people, My Hero Academia, why is it so high on the list? I mean, again, I have no sort of gripes about the series. I think it's perfectly fine. So, it is what it is. I see some really good series coming up. Oh my god, I'm so keen. Okay, no. Rurouni Kenshin, haven't seen it. Demon Slayer, another series that a lot of people love. Haven't seen it yet. So Demon Slayer goes down on the list as don't know. King Golf, Kingdom, that series, I know everybody who has seen Kingdom is probably going to start shaking me in the comments saying, Luke, drop your things, read Kingdom. On my old channel, people were saying, read Kingdom. And I did start reading Kingdom. I didn't get into that far into the series, but I understand that the greatness awaits further on into the series, but also it's a massive commitment, of course. And if there's so many other series, I need to try to pick and choose what ones I want to read and really dedicate to them. So one day I'll get through Kingdom, but at the moment, it is don't know. So another series from the guy that made 20th Century Boys, Naoki Urasawa, is Monster. Monster is a fantastic series, but I am going to be completely honest with you guys. I have not finished this series. When I was watching it and reading it, I got to a point where I wanted to collect the books. I only got so far in collecting the books. I've got the 2. So, I haven't completed the series yet, but I know it is a fantastic series, and I'm honestly beating myself up the fact that I haven't finished this series. But in saying that, I know that Naoki Urasawa's works are god tier. I know that 20th Century Boys is on the list for a reason. It is up there under Berserk for second place because it is such a great series. So I know that Monster is going to be doing the same. But in saying that, I'm not going to be putting it up that high in the list because I haven't finished the series, and that'd be pretty unfair. So, it is going to be at the highest grade of A tier, okay? When I finish this series, it is most definitely going to be getting into S, but at the moment, it is going to be topping it out at A because it is such a great series. I love this man's writing. It is such great writing. It is such great art, and they really did so well in replicating it into the anime. They did such a good job. So I'm really excited to get finished with the series. I will find a way to go and do so, and I'm really excited when that day comes. Okay, Naruto Shippuden. Naruto is a time, okay? I mean, Naruto is iconic. And there are a lot of great moments with Naruto. I had a great time with Naruto. I love the series where you see a transition where people grow up. And you have Naruto when he's younger, and he grows up, and he becomes this, this strong character, this great character with a lot of powers, all that good stuff. It's really exciting. So I had a good time with Naruto, but in saying that, there are a lot of parts of Naruto that just didn't sit well with me, that I didn't enjoy. So for Shippuden, I'm gonna be putting it above My Hero Academia. Okay? Not above Bleach, because I love Bleach. But Naruto, as a whole, as a completed story, I enjoyed it. It had a solid ending. Sure, it's not as incredible as other ones were, but for me, I'm putting it right there in the B tier, right behind Bleach. The Promised Neverland, let me know what your thoughts are with this. I have heard the anime butchered it, but the manga, let me know, is it finished? How is it? It's One Piece. Oh my god. Guys, from a One Piece channel, where do I put this without being biased? Oh my god. Now, this is honestly tough. This is really tough because One Piece is so good. I absolutely love One Piece to the point of making an entire channel making videos, theorizing, and reviewing One Piece. So of course, I absolutely love it. But objectively looking at this against all of these other series, and especially because it's going straight to S tier, there is no question in my mind. We're not debating this. Trying to put this in here is going to be super tough. And I'm honestly really looking at Hunter x Hunter. And my heart says to put this above Hunter x Hunter, but below 20th Century Boys. Because 20th Century Boys, it's a complete story. Start to finish, incredible. Nailed it. Smashed it out of the park. But in saying that, One Piece, it's still ongoing, but it's hitting its peak right now. And it is so good. Oh my god. It is so tough. I'm honestly... Does it go over 20th Century Boys? Oh my god. I think it should be here. Okay? I think it should be just right here. That is where I'm feeling. It seems a bit biased just to throw it up there to the very tippy top, because I recognize how well 20th Century Boys is as a story. But Hunter x Hunter is great as well, but One Piece is just... It's got a place in my heart, alright? It's got a big, big place in my heart. So I'm going to put it right there. If you guys haven't seen the art for One Punch Man, you need to just search it up right now. It is ridiculous. I don't understand how this man makes this art. It is incredible. They've taken this small little webcomic with these shitty little drawings and turned it into the most absurd, crazy, insane art you've ever seen. And the series itself is so much fun. It is such a great series. So, it is going up to S. It is going to S. But whereabouts in S is One Punch Man? It's above... Oh... It's above Full Metal Alchemist. Is it above Akira? I'll leave it there. Alright? I'll leave it there. But, man, One Punch Man, every single one of these series in the S tier deserves to be there. Awesome stuff. So Parasite has a place in my heart because I was super excited when this was announced for the anime, and I wanted to go and read this manga. You know, I really appreciate the art style for this because it is an older manga, so it is quite simplistic. But when it wants to, it really steps it up in terms of the art. Like this here. Like the art in this is fantastic. I really love it. Like to the point where I actually went and drew Miggy for my brother because he was getting really into the series too. He was watching the anime. So I am a big fan of the series. So it is going to go quite high on my list. But I won't say it's going to go ridiculously high, okay? So it's going to be up there. So I think Parasite... Because I really did like it start to finish. I was a real big fan. So, Parasite, I think we'll put above Hellsing. I think that's pretty safe. I really like Parasite, and I think it sits in a nice spot there. Slam Dunk, I've heard such great things from the creator of Vagabond, but I have not seen it. Solo Leveling. So this series, I have contemplated making a series on me reviewing. Much like how I did a video talking about JoJo's and Berserk and Chainsaw Man, Solo Leveling was one that I was going to go and make. So I really, really like the series. I believe the series has just recently ended and that there are talks of having an anime adaptation, which is nuts. That's going to be one of the top animes when it gets released because it is so much fun. It is epic. So I'm really keen about it. I'd say I have pretty much like a quarter of the series left to go and read. I am past the 100 chapter mark. So I have seen a great portion of the series, but I know there's about, I think like 150 or 60. So there's still a bit to go, but I really, really like the series. So I'm going to be putting this. I feel like Bleach is starting to go and creep into the A tier. I think it should go into A tier. I really do think. So I think we'll put Bleach up here. And then we'll put Solo. Oh, yeah, I think this is a safe bet. I think this is a safe bet. I'd say we'll go for this for now. All right? I'd say we do this for now. Okay? We've done a bit of a switcheroo, but Solo Leveling, I feel is great. I feel it should be an A tier, but to do so would be above Bleach, but I think Bleach has shown its strengths. I think it needs to go up to A tier, so made a bit of a change. Soul Eater was one of the first animes that I had watched, and it didn't really sit with me too well. And the ending, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I do believe that the ending for Soul Eater was an anime only ending. So of course, those are not going to be as strong as manga endings because they can seem quite abrupt and also end with a bit of a cliffhanger, which goes to nowhere. But in saying that, as a whole, I wasn't really too invested. I wasn't really too keen. But also, I won't say that it was bad. I just wasn't really clicking with it very well. So I'd say it's going to join Gantz in the C tier. And I'll put it under Gantz. Alright, I'll put it under Gantz. So that is Tokyo Ghoul RE. So for Tokyo Ghoul RE, I will say I have not seen it all the way through. But also I liked what I saw. So I'll put that in between Gantz and Soul Eater. And I'll put the original Tokyo Ghoul in the B tier. And I'll put that in between My Hero Academia and Haikyuu. Okay, because I really like the original Tokyo Ghoul. I was a big fan of that. Toriko. So Toriko is a series that I was getting really into because, you know, it really promoted the hype. Like you had all these different creatures with all these different levels and it was getting really crazy out of hand. Once again, King of Lightning got me really, really into the series because I'd watch his chapter reactions of him reacting to the power levels of these creatures and he was so into it. And it's a big reason why I watched the One Piece Toriko Dragon Ball crossover episode. But I did like what I had read, so I will put him on the list. But whereabouts on this list will I put him? I'll put him at the top of C tier, okay? I'll put him at the top of C tier. I don't like it that much to put it into B, but I'll put it down into C. Because I really appreciated what I saw. I was really invested. I really liked it. But I didn't see enough to really have that much of a connection with. If that's Uzumaki, I have read that. And I really enjoyed that. Now, not as much as a lot of other series, but I really did like it, how creepy it was. So, I'm going to read this as Uzumaki. If it's not Uzumaki, I apologize, but the art style looks very, very similar. I'll put this at the top of C tier. Vagabond. I've spent a lot of time binge reading. I actually had the physical copies because a friend of mine had copies and they lent it to me. And so I binged so much through it. The art style for Vagabond, it rivals Berserk. It is absolutely stunning. It is gorgeous. It is incredible that these mangaka can come up with these stories that are so fascinating. They're so intriguing. They're so well crafted, but also to be able to do that as well as draw these beautiful pieces of art, because that's what they are. They actually are just pieces of art. You could put them up on a museum. They are gorgeous. So it is going to be up there quite high on the list. I actually don't know if the series has concluded. If the series has ended, please let me know and I'll finish the series because I really liked what I saw. And I really wanted to go and see what the ending was because I did get up to the bit where there was no more coming out afterwards. I had caught up. So it is going to be an easy S tier. But whereabouts on the S tier does Vagabond sit? It sits above Full Metal Alchemist. It sits above One Punch Man. It sits above Akira. Does it sit above JoJo? It sits above JoJo, okay? That's what my gut's telling me. Does it sit above Hunter x Hunter? Hunter x Hunter I have such a personal connection with. So it is very hard for me to put Vagabond, as much as I know how incredible this series is, to put that above Hunter x Hunter, it just doesn't feel right. So I think I'm going to sit it right where it is. Sandwiched in between JoJo and Hunter x Hunter. I mean, it's an S tier. It's a no question S tier, so I'm happy that it's there. And the last one that I'll do, because these guys here, I am not sure of, is Vinland Saga. So, Vinland Saga, I have caught up. I'm a big fan of Vinland Saga. I appreciate how the first portion of the series, we transition into a complete character shift, which we're getting into in Season 2. And honestly, I think it's going to be a cause of conflict for a lot of anime-only watchers because, you know, like I said, it's a massive character shift. It's a massive tone shift. But I really appreciate the handling of this character shift and just taking that risk, taking the time to go and do this character study, to look deeper into this character, to see Thorfinn for who he is, and to have that growth. I really do like that. I'm a big, big fan of this character story. So, for me, it's going to be high on the list. Undoubtedly high on the list. Monster. Oh, man. We'll put it there. All right. A tier. Now look, fantastic series. Love Vinland Saga. Awesome stuff. But I got to try and look of like my personal connection with the series too. This is my list and what I enjoy. So for Monster, despite the fact that I haven't finished watching the series, I love the series so much. I appreciate it so much. I really resonate with the writing and the story that it's telling. Meanwhile, you have Vinland Saga, which I've caught up and I really appreciate it too. But the way that I feel with Monster outweighs Vinland Saga. So it is going to be second on the A tier. So there you have it, guys. I have my complete tier list of the series that I have seen and ranked them based on my love for the series, my connection to the series, how I feel the quality of the series is, all that stuff. This is my list. And as you can see, there's a lot of series that I haven't seen that I have yet to see. If there is anything in here that you'd like me to go and check out, let me know in the comment section, because I will choose some series here. Specifically, I think Jujutsu Kaisen I am really high on, but if there's anything else you'd like me to go and see, I'll go around to go and seeing it, so that way when I make a new list, I can update these with the new series that I have seen. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video, getting a chance to go and see what series I've seen, seeing what a bit of my interests are. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to go and like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you all have an awesome day. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next one.